Slight edge to Tormo to win. I was looking to back 2.2. Okay, that's should have booked that now. Parry just gone 5-4 up. And the original plan was to lay the set one winner. Let's just have a look how this set's gone. Tormo on the right, she broke first game. Broken back to 2-2, then broke again, broken back to 4-4. That's where we are at the moment. Stats. Alini, 54% first serve points, 164, pretty good on second. 69% first serves in. Tormo, 75% first serves in. Not great, 57%. First serves points, 1, 3 from 7. On second serve, obviously both players broken twice. Paolini faced more break chances. Interesting. So I'd say the big difference there, the only real difference is second serve points 1. I think whoever takes the set's going to be worth a lay. If go through the usual spiel that if you've watched these before, you can probably know what I'm going to say before I say it, 'cause it's always the same. If this is the first time you're watching one of these streams, good chance for me to pass on as much information as possible during the match. Pretty much everything that goes through my brain will be vocalized. Why I'm getting into a trade, why I'm not getting into a trade, why I'm getting out, just everything that I'm looking at throughout a match. Something that I can't do. I do chat room text sessions for tennis profits, and it's such a faff trying to trade, pass on information by typing. My typing's not the best. So by the time I've decided what I'm going to say, typed it, corrected it, posted it, quite often I forget to place the trade myself. So much prefer the live streams. Still quite distracting, so I do keep the stakes just a little bit lower, but so much easier than typing. So it wasn't the original plan to do one at 8 o'clock, but I suppose it works out well for people who haven't been able to make the usual start times. Bit of variety does us all good. I'm sure some of you have traded the Budapest matches this week. I've got a few more grey hairs from those. Although, to be fair, I've taken most of the week off. I've only traded a few matches. Just trying to recharge the batteries after Wimbledon. And hopefully we get a good one. It's like the first set's been pretty good of this one. Main match is the Sherif Zheng one, which starts after this. Or I assume it starts after this. You would think so with semi-finals. Flash scores still saying 8:30 start. Good chance it's going to be later than that, especially if it does go to 3. So let me just have a final check that everything's okay with the stream. It is. A few people connected, right. Okay, ready to go. No point jumping in at this stage. I only need 2 points from the set. Now 3 points from the set. Surely. I don't know. I don't have the match video on. I've put the match notes from the trading tips for the Sherif match in the description to the video. I'll just post. I will add the ones for this match, but later it's on a different laptop, so I can't always copy between the two. But I'll put it in the Telegram room for now. Both players reached the semis last year. Paolini needed 3 sets in every round, but she beat Kazatkina, Yastremska and Rus. Reached a challenger final in June, won a challenger title in May. Tolmo dropped a set to Cocchiaretto in the first round. She made the fourth round at the French Open quarterfinals in Bogota in April. 12-month WTA stats better for Paolini on serve. Tolmo leads on return. There's a pattern. Somebody asked me about this about a match yesterday. Usually, whoever leads the serve stats, that's normally a really good indication that they're going to win. However, if the player who's strongest on return, is a lot stronger on return, and their predicted holes favour her, then that tips the balance usually in their favour, which is why I've gone for Tormo. Paolini does lead on serve. Which so far just about matches what's happened. It was the same pattern in, who was it, Navarro, Zheng yesterday. I favoured Navarro for this for this same reason. Zheng was better on serve, Navarro better on return, but predicted holds were better for Navarro, so I went for her, and she lost in straight sets. That doesn't always work. And as for Budapest this week, just toss a coin. Not waste your time looking at stats. God knows what's been happening there. Maybe the Russian mafia needed to make up the money that they normally make in St. Petersburg. Obviously no matches there at the moment. St. Petersburg had a really bad reputation for match fixing. So no break points in the last 3 games. Should Paolini break here, obviously means she will be serving first in set 2. So if that happens, I'll place a late after this set. Both reached the semis last year, so they've equalled those ranking points. Obviously both motivated to get to the final. Paolini with home advantage. Doesn't usually seem to give the Italians all that much of a boost, like it does for the French, Chinese, if they ever play in China again. Could have sworn that said love 30. Glanced away for a drink of my coffee. Possibly the umpire pressed the wrong button. Both of them with a decent first serve percentage. Quite a big lead for Paolini on second serve, which is, as we know, something that can indicate who's going to win the set. Very often the person with the higher second serve points won takes the set. Not guaranteed. But a 30% difference could be significant. set point. Tormo started as favourite, 1.6 when I did the training tips this morning. Oh, for God's sake, she's done it again. What's going on? I'll just wait to see what happens. Still don't know what they're doing. I thought the price was quite high to say she had a set point. Tiebreak. And not surprisingly, prices are even. Very similar records in tie breaks in the last 12 months. First serve rating, slight better for Tormo. Big difference as we can see in the second serve though. Looks like she started just looking at the streaming graphs on Tennis Profits. Can I drag that over? She must have started pretty well on second serve. Tormo's in red. And then went off a cliff. That's a very busy screen, isn't it? Mini break up and still above a start price. So the market's not impressed by it. Paolini dropped a little bit on second serve, still well ahead, percentage wise. Still the only real difference between them. Lost both the points there. So in the last few games, Tormo's first serve rating stayed reasonably stable. Paolini's improving. So it would be nice if Tormo took the set, because the fact that she's improved in recent games is a fair indicator that she's going to do well at the start of the second. It's not an exact science when you're looking at one set to another. It's obviously often first set and second set, totally different. The change to a new set is a really good method of stopping momentum, usually, which is good for trading. Paolini's got the lead here. Tormo lost the last 2 points on serve. Got that one now. set point. Well, if she's going to take the set, gotta hope that a new set changes momentum. Just need to be careful that it will be Tormo serving first. Set 2. I think I'd still prefer her to take the set. Even though I favoured her pre-match, it was pretty close in the stats, as I said a little earlier. And it was the predicted hold stat that just gave the edge for me or Tormo. Another set point, this time on return for Paolini. Home crowd are pretty quiet. I think that's a second serve, judging by the market move. Take your time, no rush. It's not ideal to start whining about something when you're facing a set point on your serve. Unless it makes you mad. She looks like she could get mad pretty easily. Yep, distracted herself. So she serves first. Tomo. Because the stats aren't great. Option of waiting till she has her service game. Or I can lay half now and half after. Mm-hmm. I think I'll wait. Wow, that tie break was a hot mess, mate. Yeah, I'll let her have the service game first. Be silly about it. So these should update any second. Any second now. Oh, they should have updated already. Great. Go on, Dennis Profits, get your act together. Match shows, sorry, the set shows us finished on their scoreboard. Wow, thanks for nothing. Come on. There we go. Lost set one, wins the second set 1 out of 5. Terrific. Wins the match 9 out of 5. Wonderful. Paolini wants, when she wins a set one, that's interesting. Wins in 2 sets 6 out of 18. That's pretty bad. Does win the match 14 out of 18. So that stat gives us a little bit of hope. Plus Tomo is pretty much favourite. Plus me and my wisdom favoured her to win. Paolini broken first in set 2 after winning set 1 8 out of 17. And Tomo gets the first break in set 2 after losing the first set 3 out of 5. Still going to let her have this service game before I jump in. Oh, she'll be 4 aces now, isn't it? Second serve was an issue for her in that first set. Early days, but not won a point out of the 2 she's played in this one. setting a break. Right. Don't enter that. Let's enter it. Just in case she recovers. Liability is small enough. But she's not impressing at the minute. See if setting a break can do its magic. First sets are really important. Most players have a really high percentage of matches won when they take the first set. The reason I went for Tormo was that predicted holds were better for her. Everything else, she was better on return stats. Paulina better on serve, and normally, player who's better on serve, that's the player that I give the edge to, unless predicted holds favour the other player. Whereas if predicted holds had been with Paulini, I'd have favoured her to win it. So, do we get a bit of a bounce back? Probably not. Right, a bounce back. I'm going to get some splashback from peeing in the wind, I think. That's very crude. I apologise. This Saturday night, filter switched off. So, how long do I stay with it? So, she's got a couple of points. Be nice if she got those points at the start of the game. Put some scoreboard pressure on. Signs of life. Or are they just teasing us? Oh, come on, give us something. I suppose 5 points in a row is a lot to ask on a break point. Let's have this one. Two missed chances. That's not helping your chances of holding the next game. Certainly not going to help her mood if she doesn't break. Definitely an argument for exiting if this is a hold. See if it's worth getting in again. Tomo's got to be pretty peed off at losing that set. Twice a break up in that one. And a pretty tight tie break. She needs to get over it pretty quickly. She got the scoreboard wrong again because the market says love 30. What's going on? Surely it can't be linked directly to the umpire for this one. She must know what the score is. Maybe she's got fat fingers. Yeah, I can't say I'm surprised at this game. Still only won 1 point in the set on serve. Maybe she thinks she's in Budapest. Mm. So knowing that players can often struggle if they miss more than one break point, struggle in the next service game, add that to the disappointment of losing that close first set. I think Tomo's lost her mind a bit. She did have a couple of great chances in the last game. Is she going to be competitive? How much to own a risk? Not a lot missed. Let's have a little late. She's going to be, I think, pretty mad with herself. So she'll be having a swing at these returns in the next game. Nothing to lose. Turnarounds at the sort of price never look likely. Excuse me. Which is why most of the time when they happen, we're not in the market. Paolini must now think she's in the final. How's her concentration? Tomo needs some points at the start of the game instead of starting winning points at 40. She looks pretty sluggish now, does Tomo. We've got a trainee on the scoreboard. She needed that one, I think. So I'm going to be able to save myself a tenner if she holds. Because there ain't no way Tormo's holding the next game. Somebody will lay that, surely. Surely to God. Bagel, I think. I went in with the lay in that last game. She'd had 2 break points in the last Paolini game. And just because a player is struggling on serve doesn't mean that it's going to be the same on return. And obviously, yeah, it's a low price. Even if Tormo got the break in that last game, I'd have been out before this game. She's won 1 point in her first 2 service games. What's going on with some of these players in the serve this week? Tie break and a bagel. How very WTA. Oh, very competitive first set. Dead loss in the second. Next. I always think it must be really frustrating when, for the coach, when the player has a performance like that in the second set. So it affects their wage as well. Donald's young. I thought he'd given up. Alex, the suspense is killing me. You've been typing this message for the last 2 minutes. Yeah, can't disagree with that. Although, I don't know, after this week, you get always becomes the norm, doesn't it? Although not so much in Palermo. I suppose if you're doing it day in, day out, you have days where you just don't want to, you just can't be bothered. And when she lost that first set, maybe she just wasn't, well, she clearly wasn't up for the fight. The fact that there was, yeah, the no medical timeout is what makes them strange for me. A lot of the matches this week, and I know I keep banging on about it, but Budapest, where players were winning like 3 or 4 points in the match, or certainly in a set. That's not a mental issue. That normally is something physical that's affecting their serve. Yeah, I haven't seen one of them in those type of situations call for the trainer. So no, it's been a strange week. Yeah, I mean, it's just hard to imagine that you're in a semi-final and you can't find the motivation. Having lost the first set, you've been competitive in the first set, break ahead twice. Yeah, it's disappointing, but that's part of your job, isn't it? Anybody can wake up on a morning, no matter what job you do, and just think, I just feel crap. I just have no motivation. But she was motivated in that first set. You don't often wake up on a morning and feel fine, and then all of a sudden at dinner time, oh, I can't be bothered today. To the extent that you can't function at whatever you're supposed to be doing. Who knows? The people that are playing that robots, they'll have lives away from tennis. That maybe there's something that we're never going to know about that affected it. You don't know. Doesn't stop it being frustrating. But as long as you take decent value entries and don't go nuts with stake size, we live to fight another day. See what this one's like. Hopefully, my assessment of it is a little bit better. I was going to say a little bit better than the last one. I don't think my assessment was bad in the first one. The first set was close. She definitely had her chances. Couldn't be asked. Right then, Sherif Zheng. First time they've played. Clearing percentage is better for Sherif. She has dropped a set in the first round. She's beat Osorio in the last round. She won 2 challenger titles in June, quarterfinals in Madrid. Zheng dropped a set to Parry in the second round, which is no shame in that. She beat Navarro in 2 in the last round, quarterfinals in Rome, third round in Madrid. 12 mil clay stats better for Zheng on serve and favour Sherif on return. So I'm going with Zheng. Going back around about 2.2. Let's just have a look at the market. 1.7, pretty much the same as when I wrote this assessment in the morning. So looking to back Zheng 2.2 to 2.3, take some liability out 1.65, and we should have a good chance of 3 sets. As I said in that last match, the serve stats favoured Paolini and the return stats favoured Tormo, but because the predicted holds were better for Tormo, for me, usually that gives them the edge. And when you get one or two that don't go with that pattern, it can be easy to think, well, I need to stop doing that. I need to stop using that as a measure. The vast majority of the time, it is something that does indicate who's going to win. You're never going to get it right. As I said, they're not robots, so they don't. What you need when you're looking at stats to decide who's going to win a match, you then need them to perform at their normal level. And if one overperforms or one underperforms, it's not going to go with the stats. That's where we've got the advantage over straight punters. Imagine if you'd backed Tormo in that last match, straight punt, you'd have thought, oh, she's got a great chance to come back in the second set, and you see a 6 love. That's annoying, isn't it? At least we get the chance to manage the situation usually. So Sherif has had a fair bit of success on the Challenger Tour, not so much on the main tour. Quarterfinals in Madrid this year. That's a big tournament. It's a good result. Zheng quarterfinals in Rome, third round in Madrid. And the stats that I'm looking at for this one, the 12-month clay stats, are the 12-month ones on the main tour, so which obviously doesn't include challenges. So if they perform at their normal level, should be a decent match. Second and third seeds. So it looks like Zheng's going to serve, I think. So I'm just looking at the stats for all tours, which would include Sherif's challenger matches. Serve stats still favour Zheng. Return stats favour Sherif, which is the same as if we just looked at main tour stats. Yeah, it's the same pattern, nothing changes. So let's see what happens in this one. Had a few bagels in live streams the last couple of weeks. Don't think we're going to see one in this. Shouldn't say things like that, should I? It's just stupid. Why would I say something like that? Okay, Zhang is serving first. do with a slow start. She's been broken in the first service game 2 out of 13 times in the last 12 months. On quite. She's had the first breaker serve 10 out of 13 times. Sherif 13 out of 19, 68%. Sherif, excuse me, Sherif serving for a set at 5-4. She only holds half the time, 4 out of 8. I'll bring the situation stats box over. And Tennis Profits opens the match. Right, fingers crossed for this one. Semi-final. I suppose Zheng might be nervous. Should be nervous, really. Oh yeah, Sherif is quite irritating to listen to, isn't she? The market's a little bit thin at the moment. I don't think that's going to last long. I think they have got a trainee on this mark on this 365 scoreboard today, or tonight anyway. A few years ago, it used to be standard that they'd get the scores wrong pretty much multiple times in every match. So you needed a second scoreboard just to verify the score. Then were the days. Move the graphs over. Don't show us anything just yet. A few nerves, I think, for Zheng. Understandable. Having to rely on second serve a little bit too much. Second serve again. 2 from 6. Decent chance of a break point. Hey, she needs to shut up. Saved it. So it's a lot of pressure for the first game. Let's just put a small back there, favouring Zheng to win. Anybody can have a bad first service game. So now she could stop prattling about. I would add to the back if she does get broken, because I've placed the first back below the initial target price. I would need to add to it at above, so I'd be looking at sort of 2.4 before I added. Try to balance the two bets out. Just can't close the game out. 53% of first serves in. Only lost 2 points on first serve. See the situation stats there, they get triggered by break points. Give you stats that can be useful if there is a break. If there isn't a break, they'll just get cancelled at the start of the next game. So she's had chances to hold here if you don't take them. Plus hold chances turn into break chances. She's already faced two. Quite a long service game to start the match. Definitely more tiring to serve rather than return. Easy hold. 2 from 8 on second serve. That could become an issue if that continues. Excuse me. Any player can have a bad first service game. And as it is a semi-final, you'd expect some nerves. The score updates on tennis profits are about a point behind what you'll see on Bet365. So the scoreboard over there hasn't quite shown the end of the game. It has now. So some of these stats that were for just in case there was a break, they should disappear. There we go. So having played a game on return, that could help Sherif with her early nerves, which I suspect is why she elected to return in that first game. She won the toss. She's kind of disappointed she didn't take either of the 2 break points. Let's see what her nerves are like. Yeah, it's easy old. Just messing with her. Oh, looking like an easier game for Sherif. Looks like it was a wise decision not to serve in the first game. It is the first time they've met, so it can take a couple of service games before they can really read the serve. Zheng's problems in the last game were pretty much self-inflicted. Okay, not quite as easy as it looks. But still much easier game. So ideally, Zheng's stats should improve in this next game. If that first one was just down to semi-final nerves, big match nerves. First serve's fine. Lost just 2 points, 3 from 9 on second. If that sort of level does continue throughout the set and the match, that's going to be a problem for her. Second serve. Market's still a little bit on the thin side. Maybe everybody's out clubbing. It's a while since I've been clubbing. Pretty sure they don't let you in at 9:30. Maybe that was just in Bradford. That second serve ace? No, no, it wasn't. Still not finding many first serves. Second serve again. Well, she's winning points on second serve. Much better game. See, had I known that it definitely was just the first game nerves or whatever that gave her the problems in that first service game, could have taken a little bit more at 1.94, but you don't know, especially with how some of them have been serving this week. Sherif also only got half her first serves in. Didn't lose a point on second serve. Early days. Favour Zheng to win. I think the men's matches have been more predictable this week. I haven't been too bad in Palermo, to be honest. Still that bloody Budapest. Okay, Sherif started the last game really well. 40 love up. Pulled back to 40-30. Shot. She's found the first serve. Bit of a slight game on return from Zheng. Solid hole's not been taken to juice yet. 70% first serve percentage now. And often when you get two players that are playing for the first time, when you get to 2-all, that's why the breaks start. I had a chance to have a look at a couple of service games, and you usually are able to start reading the opponent's serve a bit better. Three first serves in this one. And wins it with the second serve. Got Sherif in blue on the graphs. First serve ratings increasing. Increasing more from a lower start for Sherif. It's fair to say Sherif is over her early nerves. Who's going to get the first break? If Zheng is now able to start putting some pressure on the Sherif serve, obviously you could start thinking, well, I wish I put more in at 1.94. But you didn't know, or I didn't know that was going to happen. She could have continued to serve poorly. You could have taken every or several possibilities. 1.94 was not my target entry, which I think was 2.2. So less value at 1.94, less stake to be used. Doesn't stop it being frustrating if she now gets a break. Still a long way to go. Just get the feeling Zheng's now growing into this set. This match. %71 first serves in for Sherif. Zheng's still at 54%. Surprised that wasn't higher after that last game. Still might correct itself. Flash scores are often a couple of points behind on the stats. Market's still pretty thin as well, to be honest. 69,000 matched, but not massive amounts coming in. Not a market you'd want to be scalping in. Great points. Sherif had two in the first game. Couldn't take them. One saved. Sherif does get broken. Decent stats for breaking back before the end of the set. 64% of the time. Now I could take some liability out now because I've gone in with fairly low stake. Just going to sit on that. Although I must say that often when I do the same tactic, my player gets broken back pretty much straight away. So Sherif does have good stats for doing so, breaking straight back, well not straight back, breaking back before the end of the set. See how Zheng handles being ahead. Players' mindset just change a little bit when they get a break lead. God knows why, but they do. Weight of expectation, maybe. So I've just given at least two reasons, really, why I should be taking liability out. And I've ignored those reasons. Am I going to regret that? See, they're all basket cases. Let's take some liability out. I don't know why I'm surprised, having been with my wife for 20 odd years. Don't tell her I said that. She would argue that if she's a basket case, it's because she's lived with me for 20 odd years. Break back chances. Well, the stat did certainly suggest it was a possibility. Although Zheng immediately broken back 30% of the time. That's quite high, actually. At least I eventually did the sensible thing, took a little bit out, add to it as we go further up. So still 54% first serves in for Zheng. 70% of first serves won, 41-7 from 17. It did look like she was starting to win a few more second serve points, but that's not a good figure. A high first serve percentage for Sherif. Only 46% points won on first serve. Hasn't lost a point on second. So Sherif also gets broken back 30% of the time, straight after breaking. So not surprisingly, when we've just had 2 breaks, the first serve ratings have dipped. First serve points 1 have dipped. Still favouring Zheng. And obviously Sherif is ahead on second serve because she hasn't lost a point. Okay, so after 4 holes, we're going to get a string of breaks. Is it 4 holes? 5, wasn't it? Sherif's issue is a first serve, winning points on it, not finding the court with it. Is that being changed? Replay the point. Oh god, Bet365, I don't know what to do now. Oh, that's a bad mess. They both got the serve stats the wrong way around. Sherif finding a lot of first serves, but not winning many points on it. Zheng not finding, playing almost as many second serves as first serves. And not doing well on a second serve. It's looking like a good recovery from Sherif. Second serve. Still hasn't lost one. Tight first set, not dissimilar to the previous match. And that's a very easy hold. Shows held to 30, held to 15, broken, held to love. Zheng, nightmare first game, easy hold, broken. So let's see if she can make the correction, get another hold here. she does get broken in this game, so that means Sherif will then serve for the set. I'd probably add a little to the position before she does that. Serves for the set, that is. The situation stats would give stats for serving at 5-4. That's not the most exciting trade ever. So Zheng can serve well as long as she's not a break ahead. Easy hole. Where was that 2 games ago? Now we should get a stat for how well Sherif does serving to stay in the set. Should appear any second now. Whenever you're ready. %60 of the time. Probably about what you'd expect. I think average holds would be about, I was going to say 65. Actually 69 for Sherif on the main tour. Bit of added pressure serving to stay in the set. Nothing like as many traders on this as there was in the previous match. Maybe they all got peed off by Tormo giving up. Yeah, very gappy market. Only us daft enough to be here. Good recovery from love 30. Starting to do a bit better on the first serve points. Set point. Trying a few moon balls. And that's the set. It's a shame I got forced out of some of the liability. And we'll see what the stats throw up in the situation box. I did think that it was going to go to 3. And it's been a tight enough first set. Both have faced 3 break points. Only 50% of first serve points won for Sherif, which is an issue because she's playing a lot more first serves than second. Still hasn't lost a point. If you heard that, that's the chair, not me farting. If you didn't hear it, just ignore I said anything. Zheng, 49% first serves in, which is an issue because she's only winning 37% on second serve, so she's done well to take the set, to be honest. Sherif lost set 1, wins set 2, 44% of the time. When she lost set 1, she wins the match 5 times out of 9. Okay. Maybe it's late. That doesn't seem to make sense. Zheng wins in 2 sets 61% of the time, wins the match 76% of the time. Sherif does get the first break in set 2. Having lost the first set 5 times out of 9, 55%. And Zheng serves first. So I can keep it risk-free. Don't want to use that much. Yeah, Zheng got broken, didn't she? straight after getting the break in the first set. Pre-match I did expect it to go to 3. And because I didn't have much green to play with, I'm going to use a bigger percentage of it than I perhaps normally would. Yeah, the situation stats are quite useful on clay because players have played more matches on it. They weren't that useful on grass, and I'm looking to get that changed so that you can choose to get stats for all surfaces. Or I don't know, there must be some way fairly simply that we can give the users some ability to change that. Definitely on clay and hard courts, it's going to be good. Indoor as well. I think we'll be limited the way we've got it at the minute as to how much it's going to be a small sample size. Okay, now what we don't want is for Sherif to do a timeout. That would be very irritating. So Zheng was broken straight away when she broke earlier in the first set. Even though this has gone into a second set, she still broke in the last game. Just seems to be something she struggles with. Second serve. That point would have been nice. Not going to be that easy though, is it? To the live stream, I have to suffer. Go on, give us a break point. Second serve. Don't start winning second serve now. So the lay is risk-free, thanks to the small back early on in that first set. So had I waited for the target price, I wouldn't have had the option to have the lay risk-free. So that worked out. And we just need Sherif to get a finger out. Don't do a timeout. or a Schneider, or what was the other one? A Vanessian, if that's how you say it. So a tiny bit of pressure in that one, 15.30. She needs to take care of. I'm not sure how she's lost naught of one. Sorry, she's lost her single first serve point because she hasn't played one yet. How does that work then? Maybe the same trainee that's doing the scoreboard about 365 is also doing the flash score stats. I'll correct it eventually. So from those situation stats, Zheng, really good record for winning matches when she's taken the first set. Doesn't always do it in straight sets. There is hope. There's always hope. Excuse me. Come on, don't get broken. Don't do it. Oh, come on. Give me a break. Well, don't give me a break. And it was at that moment he wished he hadn't used so much of his green. Not that it was very much green anyway. And it was like bonus profit because I didn't get the target price in that first set. Saved it. Oh no. Good serve. So we can give Sherif a good go at this set, really. It's not costing us anything. Not a good time to lose your first point on second serve in the match, I think. Yep. If she does get broken, I'm just going to leave it to run. Setting a break could help us. Two saved. If she can somehow find a hold. The fact that Zheng's missed break chances may affect her. She just needs to get through this game somehow. Decent serve. Come on, lass. Continues to do well on second serve. All right, break next game. Two break chances missed in the last game. Do we get an effect? Yeah. We've got a point. Cheers, Daly. Have a good one. How has she lost this point? Zheng doing all right on second serve so far in this set. Gets that one as well. She's 4 of 5. First serve percentage even lower than the first set. So is this going to be one of the games where you get the first point, think it's going well, and it's a hole to 15? No, it isn't. Feel the pressure. Not this time. Well, not really a reaction in this game for Zheng, missing those 2 break points. Looks like she's going to get away with this one. Oh, not so fast. Well, Sherif has already done better than Sherif Dormo did in the last one, in set 2. Not that that would have been difficult. Still can't get a break point though. This stream is faster than Prime. Well, that's not a surprise actually. Pretty slow, especially if you're watching it over satellite. Not over satellite, idiot. However you're watching it, smart TV. Juice again. Come on, we need something from this game. Come on, you know you want to. You know you want to go to 3 sets. And here it is. Good shift, a little bit of the green over to Zheng's side. They are risk free, so I'm not really living dangerously. There you go. Good effort. Good effort. So, what do we do? It's not even at start price. These are the situations where it feels like whatever you do, you're going to call it wrong. It's going to be frustrating if Zheng breaks straight back. Give myself a free bet on Zheng. Oh, I like that option. Let's go for that option. Free bet on my favoured player. Still early in the second set. And whilst it will be, and always is, frustrating if Sherif does hold here, still risk free. So it's amazing that just that little back, what was it, 194 in the first set, just allows you to make the trades risk free. Oh Christ, she's called the bloody. See, whatever I do in that situation, they manage to cock it up. What is wrong with her now? Medical timeout for Zheng. Is it serious? You cannot be serious. Left leg. Oh, price has moved. Bloody hell. They don't know how serious it is. So do you want to switch? Off court medical. Oh, that was all going quite well, wasn't it? And still might. I just waited another 30 seconds. So it's not like she's been obviously struggling. Maybe a bit of strapping. She'll be as good as new. See, sometimes this is where tennis gets frustrating. Sometimes I can be deliberating so long that I would only then make a decision just before the next game started. Made quite a quick decision on that one. And you just get punished. Gambling goats are all bastards. It didn't look like she was struggling at all. Take the first set, she had great chances early on. So unless it's something that she's just done, I reckon maybe a painkiller, bit of strapping, crack on with it. Think positive. Just watch she'll come out and shake hands and walk off, saying quitting. That'll be an hour and 19 minutes that I'll not get back. Price is going to come down as soon as she walks onto court. Obviously, medical timeouts are used by a lot of players to stop momentum. I wouldn't say Sherif had the momentum there, but as long as this isn't serious for Zheng, could certainly affect Sherif's next game. Just don't retire. I think she's due back on court now. Oh, was that clock in the background? That was just over a minute, wasn't it? No, risk-free, that's the main thing. You would not want to be sat here with liability on this trade. If she comes out in a wheelchair, market might react a bit. Crutches. That wouldn't be a good sign. It's not a good sign that she's late back from the medical timeout. Although if she wasn't going to continue, she'd just come out and shake hands. I don't know. Who knows? Sounds like she's coming. Well, she's not in a chair, so that's positive. Has she got any strapping on it? Left leg, maybe left ankle. Can't see anything. So here we go. Can she compete? The state of this market. Where is everybody? Hello, is anybody trading it? Obviously, Sherif's plan is to try some drop shots. If Zheng's not as mobile as she had been, she's quite smart. I'm very unlike tennis players. Gotta say, I can't see anything obvious mobility wise for Zheng. Oh, it doesn't always take something major to affect on his performance. Here we go. Case of a medical timeout. Two breakback points. One saved. Never in doubt. Much. So I think she's feeling okay. Problem now is Zheng has struggled each time she's been a breakup, or when she's just broken. Did save two break points. Did she? No, she didn't. Let's have a look. What happened in that first game? No, she didn't, but it was close-ish, 30 all. Didn't have it easy. Stick with it, it's a free bet on my favoured player. Don't cock it up. Oh, here we go. I really don't think the medical timeout was anything serious, but it did seem to take a while. I think the fact that she could struggle in this one is just her brain. And the market could overreact if she does struggle in this game. Do I switch? Hmm. Thing is, you can't know for certain. You can decide how you interpret their body language. I can't see anything particular that Zheng is struggling. Has to be something for her to take a medical timeout. She has struggled anyway when she's just broken. Maybe not a bad option the way I've got it. Could have hedged for 45 at the end of the first set, but just walked away. I suppose it could be that whatever the medical timeout was is something that could affect her serve. Seemed to be the left leg, left ankle. That definitely comes into play on the serve. I would say all things considered, not a bad position to be in at the minute. I think at least part of the reason for Sherif being broken straight after the medical timeout is she may be expected or had it in the back of her mind that Zheng may quit and she'd be in the final. I think that's got to go. It's got to go through a player's mind. So it's not been a match that's allowed me really to get too much money in the market. Still not anything like as many people trading it as was trading the previous match. Could be the time that we're on. Christ, quarter to 11. Quarter to 11? What is that? Time gone. I'm up at 5 to take my wife to work. Yay. Okay, can she hold? There's the option just to hedge for 69, which wouldn't be a terrible result when you look at stakes that I've used. Come on, just find out. Jesus Christ, I know. Three breaks in a row. Oops. What? Just have it. I don't even know what they're doing. What are flash scores doing? I don't know. Okay. Just hold. If Sherif could just find a hold here somehow. Serving like crap so far, 54%. First serve points won, 40% on second. So if she can find a hold, and Zheng has got something that is going to affect his serve, could have been the end of the set. Now nobody can hold. I have no idea which way this is going now. Even if Zheng breaks, she's probably going to get broken straight back. It's so much easier if Sherif just holds it. Stop prating about. What are you doing on second serve? 2 from 5. You didn't lose a point on second serve in the first set. What are you doing? Oh, what was that? Got some strapping she's taken off? Didn't see any strapping on her leg. Interesting. Don't get broken. Thanks a bunch. So, options. Hedge it. Go get a bit. Don't really want to switch all the green to Zheng at this price. Because there is a possibility. There's a possibility anyway, because she's just broken, that she's going to at least struggle in this game. If the issue that she had for the medical timeout, something with a left leg ankle that is going to affect her serve, let's just stay with this position a bit longer. I have no idea what's going on. She's going to hold to love. I hate tennis sometimes. Trying to figure out what's going on in their heads. I have to say, if she holds easily, I'm going to be a little bit irritated because she hasn't managed to do that in the match so far. She wasn't broken every time. She didn't have an easy service game after a break. Go on, Sherif, or you'll be shot. Nobody's going to know who did it. Should have hedged for 69. Could be halfway down the first beer by now. Well, only beer if I'm up at 5. Yep, this is going to be her first easy hold after a break. Of course it is. Can't really see me doing anything else with this unless Sherif takes the set. She's looking less likely than it was 10 minutes ago. You can't be that bloody serious if you've taken your strapping off. Oh, the doctor's out again. I'm asking where the strapping's gone. And potentially, if Sherif was thinking that Zheng was going to retire a few games ago, that's messed with her head a bit. Not quite switching at this sort of price anyway, so I'll keep it as it is. Hopefully Sherif can keep her head on the right way. Still seems motivated. Right in the corner. Stats have gone wrong because Tennis Profits thinks Zheng is serving. The hell's that happened? Wondered why those stats popped up. That's why. So this was looking like a really good service game. 40 love. What the hell? Don't normally see suspensions. She's not going to retire now, is she? She has hurt herself. You both just stop ratting about. Yeah, doctor needed. Maybe skin the knees if there's any blood. She's got to get it dealt with. Just don't think I'll bother going to bed. I'll just stay up. Just watch a couple of films. That really shouldn't affect her too much unless it is really painful, which will distract her. Still in this set. Well, she holds. Come on, stick a plaster on it. Let's go. Three-hour stream. How time flies. Just stick a plaster on. Do amputating. That might affect the chances. Oh, this is no wonder there's queues at doctors' surgeries. Well, it's to be hoped it's not painful. Right, just pick your best serve. Finish the game off. Don't mess around. She gets broken, obviously, pretty much all over. I'm not sure how easily Zheng would serve out for the match, having just broken. Just hold. Just hold. Make it so much simpler. Just finish the game. Oh, for God's sake, sit down. Juice. Great. Terrific. No, it's not. Go away. It's in. It's in. It's in. It's in. Say it's in. It's in. Ah. Ah. What a shame. What a shame. Good hold in the end. No, I need a break. What? Oh, for crying out loud. Even flash scores don't know who's serving. Get the trainees off it. So it's not just tennis profits. I thought we'd screwed up somehow there. Nope, it's the feed. Come on, lass. Love 15. Okay, just so you know, if Sherif does take a set, I'm hedging. I'm going to bed. So it would be nice if she would get a break here. Let's get a little bit more profit out of it. Six from 12 on second serves in this set. Shouldn't really have won that point. Seems to be moving all right. I'm not liking easy holders. Just hoping for a break in this game. Neither player has served well in this set. Come on. 40-15 to juice. Do have a comment to make about stats. Not saying anything until this game's over. Come on, break point. 40-15 to break point. Now you just need to take it. Double fault to be good. Second serve. Awesome. What I was going to say, but didn't want to jinx it, is if anything, the stats, neither of them are serving well, but the stats slightly favour Sherif. Oh, might as well hang on now. Can always just hedge. Spear. See if she can hold. Although, we only get 100 if Sherif wins. Hedging does seem the wiser thing to do, doesn't it? I'm going to hedge. I'm going to wait till the end of the set and just see which way it goes. I think there's more reasons to hedge than not hedge there. Just check the stats. Can't see the situation stats because Speed has the wrong server. What am I looking at? Serving at 5-4. 50% of the time for Sherif on clay the last year. Definitely better to hedge. I think the most liability I've had was that first £100 back, so 71%. I think the way the market's been as well, wouldn't have been wise to go in with, certainly wouldn't have used my normal stakes on it. I'll be surprised if she holds easily, but as I've hedged, she probably will. So even if Zheng does break here, I can't see me doing anything else with this one now. I am going to keep the stream on till the end of this set. So you're not going to miss a great deal for the next however many minutes. Would be nice for my prediction if Sherif can take it. Certainly, as she's now at 30 all, I'm happy that the right decision was to hedge, even if she does go on to hold. Set point. Can she get over the line? She can. Great effort. Right, I'm going to call it a night there. Thanks for sticking with it this long. So we got something more interesting in the second match. I'll get the recording up probably tomorrow on the site, and I will see you on the next one.